Oh goodness. Let me figure this out before I get into the traffic deep. Shit. Y'all give me a second. Okay, I think I got it. There we go. All right. I'm rolling. I'm rolling. I'm rolling. I'm rolling. Good morning, everybody. I am going into the city. I am going into the city. I'm on I-20. That's the middle. It goes straight through the middle of the city of Atlanta. I'm going to do a festival and decorate, including the stage area, set up the vendors and all that type of stuff. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. So I spent my day yesterday fucking off and playing around and uh, writing invoices. And my husband left early in the day with his crew, set up other things, make deliveries. And I don't know, what did I do yesterday for the most part? I don't know. I took care of my daughter. And yeah, a lot of stuff. Oh, yeah, mostly just writing invoices, business stuff yesterday. In the garden, of course, that's the center of the day. But anyhow, I don't have a whole lot of time. See, I'm at Cameron Road, so I will be in my destination when I get to downtown shortly. But anyway, I was doing this. I'm gonna do this live real quick about money because one thing I realized about uh, the internet, and this is this funny situation, y'all. Let me say this: it's important as humans to evaluate if you make money or money makes you. I'm gonna say that people have these very interesting relationships towards money, and the assumption I think sometimes people have is that money means a whole lot and it makes people act a certain way towards you, and stuff like that. People tie. Let me say that people tie a lot more to money than what is on the surface. Sometimes people's self-esteem, or even just their ability to navigate socially, if you take away money, sometimes they don't necessarily get any kind of respect or status or attention. I mean, that's just the truth. Um, and the truth of the matter is that their money makes some people dance. Bands make them dance. Bands make them dance. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know I'm a woman who's used to a strip club. Bands make them dance. You got money, you can get people to do a lot of things. And sometimes, this is not about. I'm not doing no veiled trolling. I'm being authentic here. But I think that, cause I was trying to figure it out, because I think on different levels. I was trying to figure out. I have somebody who, I was done with the troll of Big J. That's what I was doing. I am a supporter of Big J, but I had to troll him because he has been known and laid down the law about bounties and how unfair and First Amendment rights and stuff. And he was real die hard with it. But like I said, I recognize we are all conflicted people, right? We all have little forms of hypocrisy, switch up, change up, bait and switch. We all do it. Nobody is exempt from that. So it is what it is. Just call it, say what it is, you know, and move on. And my nature is always just to be funny. My nature is to be funny. And I'm always going to be funny. And I don't care what anybody says. I'm not going to dox and drag people because I know for a fact that that can turn dangerous, right? So that's not the type of trolling that I'm interested in. I'm going to point out irony. And if the shit is funny, I'm going to laugh and I'm going to make fun of it. And if you got any kind of sense of humor, it's never cutthroat. It's never cutthroat. I ain't trying to cut nobody's fucking throat. I ain't trying to tear nobody's soul out. That's not even my nature. And so it should be just something you laugh at and be like, oh, okay, whatever. Ha ha ha. If you know the truth of yourself, and you know who you really are, and you got decent self esteem. But then I realized, like, when that Las Vegas situation happened, I realized, no, really, you can't, joke with some people because they literally tie their self esteem and whatever lies they have told themselves about themselves, or they've deceived people online about, they actually embody that. I mean, I experienced it. I had one particular guy I was buddies, cool with. So we was on the same channel, and you know, somebody, well, Queen, honestly, she didn't like him and made a couple of comments. That nigga went crazy. It went crazy for 5 months, and I was like, man, how do you be bothered for 5 whole months? And he was a victim, and he had a whole narrative about all kind of stuff. I mean, he just started making up lies. I'm watching this shit in real time, and I realized that he had made a real fake online persona. It had nothing to do with me, but she set that off, and dude was just, he told himself a whole bunch of lies. Oh, y'all set me up. This, that. I'm like, dude, this is my first time live streaming. I don't have waiting on none of these people. Ain't seen them, ain't did, but I watch people lie, and I watch people drag narratives and make up shit. And I was astounded. But you know what? I laugh because that shit is funny. That shit's funny. You see people who get so deeply like invested in some persona online. And that persona, a lot of times, y'all, be so far from the truth. And that's why they have to keep presenting it. And I just laugh at stuff like that. Y'all, I laugh a lot. I see the irony and the funny shit. And most of the time I be in the clouds laughing. I don't say a damn word. I just be laughing to myself. Oh wow. Oh goodness. Oh, I know that's some bullshit. And I laugh. I mean, most of us come here to be entertained. But back to my commentary about money. Um, that's one of the things I realized in this situation. Um, People's self esteem be tied to money. Their value and self worth be tied to money, and that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. And I'm grateful that I grew up, with a lot of abundance around me, and I grew up not wanting for anything. And so my relationship, I cannot force my perspective and the way I see money on other people. I cannot. I don't expect to. People have their own experiences. And I'll be honest with you, for people who spend a lot of their life wanting, needing, not having, um, when they finally get a little chump change as an adult, a little something, you know, and I'm trying to be careful seeing wealth, okay? I serve a lot of wealthy people. I'm not wealthy. I do good. I do real good. But I'm not wealthy, right? Once you see real wealth, you're not impressed with some of the stuff people do, right? You're not really impressed. You know, I got, I'm just saying, I got friends that got fucking, you know, houses on the lake, second and third properties, right? Friends with boats, not yachts, but boats, boating houses and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Friends with property in multiple countries. I got a circle that are highly accomplished. So I'm just not moved. I'm just being honest. I'm not moved by the stuff that may move other people. And I'm not bragging. I'm just saying we got different class mentality. We got different class mentality. And so if I'm guilty of anything, I guess Bandz didn't make me dance, and I wasn't excited. I wasn't like, ooh, 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 a couple of dollars, ooh. I guess that's what I'm guilty of. If I have to take responsibility for anything, it's because bands don't make me dance, y'all. It just don't. It takes a whole lot to impress me. Just based on where I've been in the world, things I've experienced, people I know, the people I serve. I have a very, very big worldview, global. It takes a whole lot to impress me. And that can be offensive. When everybody else is impressed and you're not, that can be offensive, especially if somebody, ties their self esteem to that stuff. You know what I'm saying? If they tie themselves to that stuff and that's their value to themselves, that shit might hurt if people ain't dancing for the bands, dancing for the dance to make up fans, not me, not me, not me. So for that, I guess I'm guilty. Anyway, I'm arriving in my downtown location, and like I said, I'm a woman who has my own money. I'm a woman who can pretty much get anything that I desire on my own and in collaboration. So yeah, a whole lot of stuff don't necessarily make me dance. I'll share. Y'all have a good day.